On our last session, the party completed combat with the vampiric creature. There were some stops and goes because of a calm emotions. The party attempted to ask the creature questions. Meepo thought it wise to crawl over the creature and taunt it. When the spell ended, the vampiric spawn bit Meepo, draining some of his blood. The party, working together, then quickly dispatched the creature, and now they reside on top of the building with the blown out roof. Around them, they can see the foggy, excuse me, sorry, the foggy little village from their second story vantage point. And that's where we pick up.
Okay, so Vampire was slain. Is that what I picked up on?
Yes.
All right. And let's see here. We see fog.
Yeah, that was kind of the plan, but I said that I was definitely going to come back at some point
So what would we be coming back for?
to help out the kids and get rid of the Lady of the Mist.
Ah, okay.
This is
I'm going
Lou.
to take that short rest, and I'll take this time to attune to that mace.
This is Lou chiming in. It's like, what is this place? It's like, Kat, you said you grew up around here, right? Do you know the name of this place?
Do I know the name of this place, DM?
History check.
Oh, we'll see how that goes. Ooh, that's not the worst roll. Let's see here. Da, da, da. Why am I stupid? History, you said?
Mm-hmm.
12.
You recall vaguely, that kind of attached to the Lady of the Mist mythos. Like you don't go into the misty forest because she'll get you and turn you into a will-o-wisp. Is you vaguely remember that people used to live in the misty forest long ago, and you think that this town may have been that village that you can't quite remember the name of.
I relay this info.
So, does Meepo want to tell us a little bit more about what he saw?
Well, the tall, tall thing bit me. Think it was a bloodsucker. Cause I'm feeling pretty tired right now.
I think I've heard of those things. Do you mean mosquitoes?
No, not mosquitoes. Mosquitoes don't bother Cobalt. Skin too thick.
Tick.
No.
Leech.
Vampire.
I don't know what that is.
They're nocturnal.
Oh, like bats.
Yeah, like bats.
Some turn into bats.
So
I start pulling out my journal and drawing a weird human bat hybrid thing.
Meepo comes over and critiques your drawing. It's like, no, point to your teeth. No, smaller ear.
I make all the corrections that he talks about, and I write like little lines that detail different aspects based off what he tells me.
Kobold hate vampire. Vampire always bother kobold.
Why?
They come in cave. Some reason they don't bother village as much as kobold.
I mean, bats like caves too.
Stupid vampires. It's like
I'm sorry, I just feel like this hasn't yet cleared up enough for Kat and Click. At this point, we're like, oh yeah, so vampires are like human bats.
be sure to ask me plenty of questions so that way I'm kind of just like free going at it right now.
You're fine.
Wait, hold on, I'm gonna turn this off.
So if vampires are bats and bats live in caves, that must mean that there's a cave around here.
Ooh, yeah.
Maybe.
Um,
Meepo's really tired.
I think I remember hearing that there's different types of bats, and there's a bat that likes fruit. So does that mean there's a vampire that likes fruit? Do all vampires like fruit?
Blood fruit.
Blood fruit.
I'm not familiar with blood fruit. Is
I'm
that
not
a new
either.
thing here in this plane?
I don't know. I just heard of the name blood fruit once.
all
And
right.
if there's
I'm going to go ahead and try a cure wounds on him.
okay. So who did I send to? Chris.
Yes.
So go ahead and cast your spell.
No, that's me casting it.
Yeah. I'm saying like before I describe what happened.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. It is cast and, maxed out at now a little 11. 11 points.
Meepo feels exactly the same. It's like the scars, like the little cuts that he had on his neck from where the creature bit him, disappear, but he feels exactly the same. Wow, Meepo's still pretty tired.
I'm going
Can I inspect the wound to see if maybe there's any type of magical effect that is the cause?
Didn't
As a player, I know the reasoning, but Click not being aware of vampires or how they attack or anything like that would have no clue about why he still feels that way after a healing spell.
Yeah, I was about to say, didn't I also do lesser restoration?
You did.
Yeah.
You all notice that
Restoration.
Meepo seems a little paler than he used to be. I think Meepo need a nap.
Meepo, I think you're right.
I'm going to let's see. How much do you think Levi knows about paladins?
Make a religion check.
He knows nothing because that is a 6.
You know that they serve gods in a similar way to you serve your patrons, but you're not really sure what the differences are.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm not going to ask any certain paladin about undead stuff.
We should. Sorry.
Being partial warlock, do I know anything about the undead?
Define your question a little better.
Would I know that Meepo is kind of turning into an undead or necromancy type thing?
Okay, so since this is for vampires, I don't believe you've made a nature check yet.
Right. Ooh. That is a natural 20.
Okay, so you also know. No, wait. Yes, you did. You made the nature check last time, but it's fine.
Did I?
It's fine. So, if I remember correctly from last time, you rolled like a 15-ish, and you know the basics of vampires. Is like all of their weaknesses, and they drink blood, and they're nocturnal and stuff like that. What Meepo sees how you're looking at him is like, Meepo not turning to bloodsucker. Meepo have to die first.
You can turn into a vampire?
Yes.
How does that process work? Like, is it there has to be a mommy vampire and a daddy vampire, or
Don't know. That's gross.
I mean, Meepo wasn't a vampire though, so why would Meepo turn into a vampire?
Look, it happened to my cousin. He got drained. We put him in dirt. Come out of dirt with sharp teeth. We kill him again.
Oh. What?
I'm sorry, run that by me again. I don't think I picked up on everything.
Look, Meepo's fine. Meepo didn't die, so Meepo not turn into a vampire.
But so vampires come back from the dead?
Yes.
Oh, so is it like they use the Revivify spell?
Don't know what that is.
It's a spell that I could cast that brings people back from the dead.
Yeah, like if you were to die, Meepo.
Meepo don't want to die.
Well, we don't want you to die either.
Wait, so if you die and say you were bitten by a vampire, but I use Revivify on you, would you come back as a vampire or as regular Meepo?
Don't know. Just know cousin got drained. We put him in dirt. Outcome as vampire.
Cooper.
Either way, Meepo's very tired, and he goes to and sits on one of the beds that is now on this open air platform. One of the six busted beds, throwing off some shrapnel from the roof. Actually, Meepo don't like the sun too much normally, so Meepo go downstairs and he grabs a pillow and heads downstairs.
Oh, Meepo, probably best that you don't go alone. So I guess I'll go with you, seeing how I'm going to take some time anyway.
Okay.
Maybe you can build a nest
Tuh.
with all the broken timber.
Meepo no need nest. Meepo just need to sit down. Meepo very tired.
I was referring to Birdman.
Well, why don't we look for a spot to have a rest?
Meepo's already going down the stairs.
Are we
It's now you three and Lou upstairs.
are we comfortable staying in the village, or should we try and like?
I think we were going to take a short rest and then head out. Maybe we need some help, or at least a safe place where we can get a long rest. Because if it turns dark, then we have issues.
Lou chimes in. Yeah, I don't think his mother, I think he called it, would be too happy with what we just did.
Yeah. Well, we don't. I mean, it didn't take us a whole day to get here. Why don't we leave the Misty Forest again and come back later after a long rest?
Well, why don't we finish? Well, a short rest would be an hour.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so do we have enough time to take a short rest, then get out of the village, get out of the mist?
It took you 1 to 2 hours from where you were camping last night to get to this village area,
Yeah.
and it looks to be about midday.
That would be really doable.
All right. So we want to take a short rest, and then on the way out, we can kind of look a little bit.
I think that could work.
Yeah.
I shout from downstairs.
No, you were Lou
Be
at the
quiet.
time.
Meepo's sleeping.
All right. Well, let's do that then. Let's give Meepo an hour to rest, and then we'll drag him out.
Okay, so you all head downstairs? Or do some of you want to stay upstairs?
I'm going to stay upstairs, and since I kind of know what vampire stuff, I'm going to stay in the light of the broken, the broken ceiling areas.
Yeah. Okay. So, does anyone want to do anything in particular over this short rest before we do stuff?
I can't because I'm attuning to this mace.
I am
Which-
going to keep
Let
watch.
me double check. You said the mace needed attunement, right?
Yeah.
It just doesn't give me the option to attune to it.
I'm not sure what you mean.
I thought that if it required attunement, it would have a little box that told you, hey, this thing requires attunement.
Yeah.
But all it says is weapon, mace, uncommon, proficient, attack, reach, damage type, weight. You have a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magic weapon.
If you
But
go
it
to your equipment and scroll down to the attunement section, does it pop up?
Let's see here. Nope. Items requiring attunement. Items that you can attune to will display here as you make them active. I made it active, and it's not telling me.
Well, sorry, Cody. Cooper,
That's-
ignore
I
me.
mean, if you want it to require attunement, that's okay. But according to D&D Beyond, it doesn't.
The version that I'm pulling from, it's the +1s do require attunement.
Okay.
Logan, I may or may not have some leads for you.
Yay.
Say,
Yeah.
I got a buddy of mine who's going to check with his mother.
Okay.
Because the moment I sent the picture to a group chat, he responded with, OMG, it's adorable, boy or girl. And so I asked him if he was interested, and he said that he's thinking his mother might be interested, and he's going to ask her.
I'm going to
Okay.
say that people in Kentucky are definitely going to have dibs on the cat over people in Pennsylvania.
Yes. It's like $250 to ship. Because, you got to do all the...
I got a box you can use.
Logan, I was going to
Cardboard.
recommend we meet somewhere halfway.
Yeah.
Please don't ship me a cat.
I don't know your address.
FedEx.
But anyway. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. It's like I thought all magic items had to have attunement.
No,
No,
not all
not
of them.
all of them.
Okay.
Only specific ones.
A lot of them, but not all of them.
Yeah, normally normally yes, but not your +1s.
Yeah. Because I think they're only considered like common or uncommon items.
I think you're right. But I just remember being told that +1 weapons or an armor don't necessarily require attunement. It's those magical weapons that have those extra effects that typically are the ones that require attunement.
Yeah, can't make yourself too meta.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna find you a good little home, Mittens.
Where was I?
We're in the midst of a long rest. Or
Short.
not- a
Short rest.
Short rest.
I'm keeping watch.
Okay. Make a perception check because you're keeping watch, and you can go. It's like I'm pulling this partially from a source book, and it's like you. I could swear the DMG said you had to do that. Hold on.
I mean, you can always look it up later.
Right.
I'm taking the time to attune to it now, so either it's I attune to it and we're great, or we can just claim I spent the hour in prayer or just doing random other crap.
12.
Okay. You do hear some birds in the trees, gentle winds, nothing too out of the ordinary.
Cool.
Okay. So, Chris attunes. Everyone short rests. Now, Chris, Meepo still doesn't feel well after short resting. Yes, right in my ear. Thank you.
Okay. Meepo, you still don't look too terribly well.
Meepo still feel bad.
Maybe you need to rest longer. Or maybe you did die. You just didn't know it.
Meepo pokes himself.
Meepo does what to himself?
Pokes.
Ah.
No, I think still alive.
Can vampires feel things?
Oh.
You see a lone tear come down Meepo's face. It's like, I think so.
Meepo, you said vampires would be undead?
Yes.
I cast Divine Sense.
You do not detect any undead within 30 feet of you in any direction.
It'd be 60 feet.
It's 60 feet of you of any direction.
I declare that Meepo can't be a vampire because Meepo does not register as undead.
Are all vampires undead?
Yes.
According to Meepo.
They come out of the dirt when they have been dead, so they are no longer dead.
Okay. I dropped this down in the journal.
I'm having a lot of conflicting things in my head in regards to things coming back from the dead through spells and the like.
Lose, what do you mean?
Well, as Click was talking about earlier, I mean, eventually, as my training continues, I should be able to bring somebody back from the dead.
Wait, you have to wait? I can do that now.
You can do that now?
Yeah, I have Revivify. I just need a diamond.
Oh, I don't have 3rd level spells yet. I just have 2nd level.
So I have an idea, Meepo, and I think this is going to help. Just give me one moment. So I sit down, and let's see here. I pull out my holy symbol to Serenita,
Mm-hmm.
and I close my eyes and I say, Serenita, I need your help. I've never done this before. Help me make sure I do this right. And I'm going to cast Sending to the hag that revived me and changed David's character.
Lou. Her name was Lackey.
Lackey. I'm going to
All
say...
right. 25 words.
Yep. Hey, Lackey. It's Click, the blue bird that you revived. Question. Friend bit by vampire, not feeling well. Should I be concerned Thank you. Good day.
There's
I
a pause.
appreciate this.
No. Lose this number. Then nothing else.
That's fantastic. No. What is this number?
That was interesting.
All right. So,
It
like,
wasn't much help.
on one hand, I want to pester her. On the other hand, it's a hag, and I'm scared.
A hag who has one of your companions in a pact with her.
Yeah, that's right. So I guess no pestering. Whew. I'm sorry.
Do I
that's
know
so
that
nasty.
Lou made a pact with her?
Yes, he has told the party.
I sent
like-
message one more time.
Oh wow.
Sorry, but I believe this would benefit you if we knew. Because Meepo is Lou's ally and vital part of our team. If he dies, we're screwed.
Did he get drained completely? If not, leave me alone.
I relay this. I think he's going to be okay.
Cool.
She didn't tell me the remedy, but she said that because he didn't get drained completely, he's not going to turn into a vampire.
Well, maybe you just need a good night's sleep, Meepo.
Maybe.
I'm just going to say, as a side note, I used to think it was interesting how Laura and Critical Role took time whenever she would cast Sending. Now I recognize her difficulty.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it's a lot easier on Matt because he doesn't have to fill the whole 25.
Yeah. I give more kudos to her.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have a lot of fun with this spell.
Yeah. How many of those spell slots do you have today?
A three, but I just used my last one because I also casted a level 3 mass healing word, I think.
I thought it was what's your spiritual guardian?
Or maybe, yeah, it was Spiritual Guardian. Spirit Guardians was a
That
level
was-
3.
That was
Yeah,
me.
so that would have been it.
Yeah.
Okay. Click's not talking to his parents today. Okay.
No. I was going to message you and tell you I'm going to give you that backstory on my parents before I do that,
I appreciate that.
so that way you're not pulling crap out of your butt.
But isn't it just great to make Logan do that?
So wait, she talked to you, says Lou? She hasn't talked
Yeah.
to me.
She initially ignored me and told me to leave her alone. She was really nice about it too. I think she's starting to like me. I think we've bonded. But when I told her how important this would be for you, she provided the answer. She must really like you, actually, now that I think about it. She wasn't going to do it for me.
That was an insight check by Lou. He nat 20'd.
Click
was
might really believe it.
I'm not a jerk.
Well, it's just like, he wasn't there. He believes you.
I mean, Click might really believe this. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, he certainly believes that Click believes.
Cool.
She hasn't contacted me yet, but I guess that's okay.
If you give me a day, I can contact her on your behalf.
That's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay,
She'll contact me when she needs me.
that sounds good.
You might learn Sending too. I don't know.
Lou audibly gasps with like a look of, the Andy Dwyer face.
Oh, and if there's ever any person that you all want me to try and contact, if you do a good enough job giving a description, I might be able to reach them.
Ooh.
Oh.
You know, this is long lost lovers or family or enemies that you want to spook.
Lou changes back into his humanoid form.
Do they have to be humanoid?
Chris?
Oh, I'm sorry. Say that again.
Do they have to be humanoid?
Nope. They just gotta have to be able to understand words.
Interesting. Okay. Meow. Sorry.
As long as he doesn't bite my ear. So yeah, you all finish your short rest. Meepo is still tired, but the rest of you all gain the full benefits of a short rest. The sun is a little bit has traveled a little bit across the sky.
Well, when we're done our short rest, I will start leading us back out.
Back out. Okay. So Cat takes the lead.
Sure.
Before we go too far, I'm gonna fly up and see if I see anything.
How far are you flying?
Decently high up. I mean, just enough to kind of get a good scope of things. I don't know based on the area.
Okay. I'll say you fly a couple 100 feet up.
Sounds good.
Okay, so once you get above the tree line, things become, a bit more clear. The mist does not go that high, and you can, when you look to, so you pull up my directional map here. You look to the north, you see, just some nondescript land. It's pretty much trees continuously in that direction. You look to your south, again, trees just continuing on for that way. Same to your east, but when you look to your west, make a perception check.
Do I also notice while I'm doing this? Am I also seeing that the fog is still around, or has it dissipated?
The fog is below the tree line, but is very thick below the tree line.
Okay. You said perception?
Yep.
Okay. Not the best. 15?
Okay, so it does look like the trees get a little bit sparser going to the west, but not for several miles. And beyond that, you think you can see, like, with where the sun is positioned, maybe the twinkling of water. It's like just barely on the edge of the horizon, though.
Gotcha. I fly down and relay this message. So, in case we're trying to figure out where to go, over there's some water. It'd probably take us about, how long would you say it would take us to get there, Logan?
I didn't. It took you a couple hours to get from the road through the misty forest to get to here, following those will-o-wisps.
Gotcha. So we could head towards the water, and that could be a good place to camp out. Or if there's another place that we wanted to go, we could go there.
Hey, Logan, do I know if anything like vampires don't like around water or anything like that?
You did roll really high, so you know they do not like running water.
Okay. And we're going to a lake, or was it a creek? What?
It was just water.
Just water?
I just know that it's running water.
It is running water?
No, no, no. On the edge of the horizon, you think you see the twinkle of water.
Okay.
So I think I saw water.
Okay. Well, let's head that way.
Maybe our will-o'-the-wisp friends will come back. If we exit this village.
Okay. You descend, or you exit the large building. Looking around you, there was a couple more buildings on the other side of this clearing. Sorry, changing pages again. There's a couple sides to this building. You see some stone steps leading up on a hill, but they kind of disappear into the fog. And then directly across the overgrown square full of weeds, you see what looks like what would have been a road at one point, but it has grown thick with weeds and brush. It's practically unusable, but you do see a road sign right next to it too. It looks almost falling apart with neglect, though.
Can I make out anything on it?
When you walk over, you look at it. It's very vague to read out, but it says Raven's Rest.
Raven's Rest.
Okay, so who's leading?
So I could stay in the air a bit and just kind of keep a lookout from above.
I can lead on the ground.
I would assume that Lou is kind of next to Meepo, and then I can follow behind.
Okay. So, Click, when you do fly above the trees, it is very, very difficult, almost nigh impossible to see the people on the ground, just between the thick foliage and the dense fog.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same as like they can't really see you. So you would be slightly separated from the group if you did that.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and stay on the ground then.
So the cat is leading, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll stay close to her, and this way I can help her with any perception checks.
Okay. But can you make a survival check for me, cat?
Maybe.
At disadvantage for the dense fog, you're not really sure where you're going besides the general direction.
Natural one?
No. I was doing great until Logan told me I had to do this at disadvantage.
Wait, can I give her bless then?
Yeah,
Well,
you can give her guidance, which would be
Guidance,
a plus.
that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a D4?
That's
That
a
is a
D4.
D4.
Hold on. So 22.
All right. So
How do you manage that at disadvantage?
Well, I had rolled the 18 when Logan told me disadvantage, and I was like, well, I don't know how I'm going to do better or worse, how I'm going to compare to an 18. I have a +2. I rolled the 4 on the D4, and I rolled a 16 on my D20. So 22.
18, 16. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was only just a few, like not even really 2 hours ago that the will-o'-wisps led you in this direction. So finding those landmarks that you pass by, like a strangely twisted tree or a peculiar. Why am I screwing this up? Word. This strange rock. You are able to find your way back to the pathway without issue.
Cool. Did our will-o'-the-wisp friends come back?
Now that's a perception check.
9.
I was,
Do you want to guide it? Well, you already told me that.
I was gonna say she's already rolled, so I feel like that would be cheap. I'll try and catch it better because I was going to try and offer her advantage.
Ah.
Because that's
But-
when I came to the front was to help out with perceptions.
Well, if you did say that before the roll, so if you want to roll for it, because
Yeah.
where she's doing like tracking to figure her way out, you can be looking around.
14.
Okay, yeah. With a 14, you see two glowing orbs of light, yellow light, dancing through the mist.
Were these that look like the same orbs of light that we saw beforehand?
Mm-hmm.
I point them out to Kat and whoever else may be behind me and say, there they are again. Should we be concerned?
No, I think they're safe.
There's only two, says Lou.
Weren't
Wasn't there three? Sorry.
I was about to ask the same thing. I think there were supposed to be. I call out to them.
Hey,
Where's your other buddy?
we don't know. They went away.
Logan,
Yes.
all these little wisps aren't like little vampire children, are they?
Define the question. It's like in game. How would Kat ask that question?
Kat's
Yeah.
not asking it. Laura's asking it.
I'm not sure I understand the question. Is what?
Well, so it's not like Kat. Kat doesn't have the intelligence to come to this conclusion. It's more of me just being like, oh, there were 3. Now there are 2. We killed a vampire boy. Did somehow killing the vampire eliminate a will-o'-the-wisp? You don't have to answer me.
I shrug. I don't shrug very forcefully because there's a cat on my shoulder.
Fair. All right, this is just me contemplating. Was it the one that said that it used to play with an elf kid?
You are unsure. They look pretty identical.
You know, that's fair. Well, I let them know that we're going to leave the forest for a little bit, but that we'll come back and try and help them.
No. Hey, help
Yeah.
us.
What?
Help us.
Help you with what?
Find us. Don't
Find
leave
you?
me.
We found you. You're here. You're talking to us.
Set us free.
We're trying. We have to leave for a little bit and then come right back.
Don't leave.
Well, but we want to be able to help you, but we have to rest.
The orbs turn a little blue.
Can I get an idea of like, did that change kind of coincide with any emotion they may be feeling?
Insight.
Insight. Let's see how my insight is. Ooh. I like this one. That is a 26.
You remember from this morning when Meepo and I think maybe Levi suggested that they just kill him. I don't remember perfectly. Like, well, perhaps you should just, off yourselves, end your troubles. They got this color and sounded sad.
I don't suppose you can hold on to things in this form, can you?
What?
Can you hold things in this form?
We
If I
don't
give you
know.
time, can you hold on to it?
We don't know. No one's ever given us anything.
I walk up to one of them and I pluck out one of my blue feathers and I hand it to him. And I say, "This is a promise that we're going to come back and we will free you. But at this time, we're not fit to do that. We will be back by tomorrow."
They get a bit of a deeper blue.
Well, hey, now we match.
I like
And I
that.
hold my feather up to one.
Okay, as you like try to hand it to one, it kind of just passes through.
Big oof.
Well, now we learned something.
Yeah,
I write
that's
this down in my journal.
It's almost like passing your hand through. I don't want to say fire, but it's like a fluid. It just flows around it.
Well, you could always come with us. I mean, we're literally just going to go somewhere to sleep for the night.
We can't leave.
How far can you go? Where's your boundary?
We can't leave the mist.
Are we on the edge of the mist?
You're still in the mist. But you basically come back to the center point in the because you were reversing your steps. You've come back to the center point of the road in the misty forest.
Okay. Well, walk with us to the edge of the mist. And then y'all can stay there and you'll see us. I don't think the area might be too far from where the edge of the mist is.
Sorry, my mom texted me. Can you say that again?
I was offering for them to walk with us to the edge of the mist. And then,
walk.
well, you come with.
You can float. We all float down here.
oh boy.
A red balloon floats across your field of vision.
Cat is like, I read this scroll. Let's get out of here.
Okay.
All right, see? That's nice.
Yeah.
They float very slowly behind you.
Okay. I guess
All
we'll
right.
just be making our way.
All right. So, since you spent you woke up, you did 2 hours there, you rested there, 2 hours back. It's getting to be like mid to late afternoon. Walking down this trail. Whoops. It's gone forever.
Oh,
Okay. Sorry, that didn't fade in like I wanted it to. You hear some way off in the direction that you came from, a cacophony of howls. For those of you familiar with the area, it is strange to hear these howls at this time of day. What do you do in reaction?
I think we should pick up the pace.
Are those howls concerning?
They sound like they're getting slightly louder.
Well, I was saying that to Laura.
This is a weird time of day to be hearing them. I mean, it's once again, we should be hearing them closer to night, early morning, not middle of the day. And I don't like that it's where we came from.
Okay. I have no qualms with hurrying. Do we know if they're behind us or if they're in front of us?
I think Logan said behind us.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and we'll pick up the pace a bit.
Okay. Meepo is the one who's like, oh wait, Meepo has 30 feet. I always think that kobolds have 25.
Ah,
But Meepo is tired, so with your picked up pace, you're hurrying along, and you occasionally do hear more howling. This time it seems a bit louder than before, but before nightfall, you are able to break into the field of tall grass that marks the end of the Misty Forest, connecting to the Tradeway.
All right.
cool.
I'm going to go ahead and fly up again and see if we're anywhere closer to that area that I thought was water.
You don't even need to fly up because in front of you, now only a mile or two, you see the wide expanse of the ocean.
Ah,
Ah. I turn to the wisp. Were they still following us?
You do not see the wisps anymore.
oof.
What do y'all think? Should we go ahead and make camp here?
Do we still hear the howling?
It's a bit softer than it was before, but yes.
Ugh, how does everybody else feel about it?
I mean, I'm okay either way. We can go ahead and trek maybe a little bit longer. Or if we want to go ahead and make camp here, I'm okay with that.
Got my cat on the alert.
Oh, sorry.
You're okay.
So what was the plan? Sorry, I was messing with the sound volume.
I don't know yet. How's Levi feeling?
I mean, I don't think I've been around an area like this, so I don't know what these exactly are. If these are dogs, wolves, something worse. I'm kind of following your lead since you kind of are from this area.
Fair enough. Why don't we go? Are we near a fork in the road? Are we trapped between two bits of forest? I know we can kind of see the ocean.
You are no longer in the forest proper. You are in the like the way it's set up is that there's that main path that heads through the Misty Forest, and there's a field where like some thick grass grows, and then you follow the pathway a bit more across this field, and you get to the Tradeway Road, which
Okay.
travels alongside the ocean.
Okay. So we're along the tradeway, or we can see the tradeway.
You're maybe a mile and a half away from the Tradeway.
What are we thinking? We making the trek? I mean, we still got some daylight.
I think it might be safer.
Okay. I agree with that. And with that being said, I will immediately unfurl my wings and take off into the sky before we start moving. And I'm going to fly over the ocean because since we started this journey, this is the largest scape of area that I've had. So I'm just going to start flying and doing acrobatics in the sky and
Nice.
dipping near the water and turning this into a Disney moment
Nice.
where my wing just cuts into the ocean.
Meepo, with a very like waking up at 3 a.m. kind of look, just the kind of, I'm exhausted. Your energy exhausts me more. Stupid bird.
That feels appropriate. Hey, buddy. Yeah, I think once we're along the tradeway, we can camp. That feels right.
Okay. Getting to the tradeway is an easy trek for you. It gets into the late evening. Kat, because you grew up around here, you know that Daggerford is only a few miles up the road. So you can stop here or you can press on in the dark. Or perhaps if you hoof it, get there before dark.
I'm gonna look to see how everybody's doing. I know Meepo's really tired. Are there people along the tradeway?
You know that there's normally traffic to and from the Dragonspear Castle fort.
Yeah.
Normally. Beyond like looking at the road right now, you don't see any in your immediate area.
Okay. Well, I'll look at my friends and say, do you guys want to stay here or would you like a bed tonight?
I come down a little closer and I'll say, I'm okay. Either way.
Meepo just wants to sleep. Meepo does not care.
Does Levi have an opinion?
Not really. I mean, it's.
I'm gonna say if we want to camp here, I'll go ahead and see if I can capture us some fish.
Yeah, I think here is good, and I'll build up a large fire.
Sounds good.
It sounds much closer now.
What were you doing? What were you doing, Kat?
I was planning to build up a large fire,
Okay.
and we were going to camp here.
Okay, but why are you building a fire? And I just kind of use
Because
my.
sometimes I forget you can do that, and I resort to my training.
And even then, I would imagine that we would need something to keep it fueling. But now that we hear those large wolves, do we want to stay here or do we want to find our way to some shelter?
Does it feel like they're following us?
The cat has discovered my dice.
Well, now you're doomed.
Hey, baby. Logan, does it feel like they're following us?
It's been slowly getting louder throughout the day, except for that one time where you like really quickened your pace.
But we've taken a turn. Oh my goodness, Kat. We've taken a turn, haven't we? Oh my God.
We're being attacked.
All right, get off my leg. All right, what was your question? Sorry.
Didn't we like take a turn?
Yeah, you are officially out of the forest, but you would be barely on the outskirts of the forest, maybe like a mile, and it sounds a lot louder than before. Does anyone want to make a perception check?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. Anybody want to give me advantage?
Can I give him advantage?
If you're both looking, you can both roll.
Well, I was gonna look too, but if they're going, then they can try.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and throw guidance on Laura.
Ooh. Ooh.
19.
23. Thank you.
You're welcome. Don't
Katia,
thank me. Thank Sirenita.
Katia, in the fading light of the evening, your elf eyes prove better than Click's, because Click does not have dark vision, correct?
I don't think I do.
You see
No.
many shapes in the trees.
Do they look hostile?
It is a bit of a distance away, so you're unable to really tell if they're hostile, but they look like four-legged animals with long tails and medium size.
Guys,
And you'd say maybe 15, maybe more.
holy crap. 15?
What are you thinking, Kat?
I don't want to bring them to Daggerford, but can we handle 15 wolves?
Are they regular wolves?
I can only pray.
Regular wolves.
I was just thinking that.
I was going to say, I'm nearly tapped out on spells, and I have my mace. But I'm also pretty easy to hit because I was never able to get this armor repaired.
I mean, we can keep going and see if we can outrun them.
Katya, you now see amongst the smaller shapes, one larger shape, similar. It's similar in structure to the rest, but massive, size of a horse, maybe.
All right, we're not camping here. We're going to see if we can outrun them.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
Okay, I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw to cover these last few miles.
You guys,
I'm going to. Who needs a guidance?
you get +4 bonus on your saves
What gives us
Holy
that
crap.
bonus?
because I am a paladin, apparently.
Yeah. Auras are awesome.
Okay.
I don't know how it works, Chris. I just learned that apparently I can do this.
So this is a save then?
Yep, it's a Constitution.
Okay, never mind. Guidance won't help for that. But Constitution save. Let's see here. Where are my saves at? There you are. And what is it that we get?
+4.
+4? Oh, that's going to help out a lot. That's a 15.
Oh, I have to roll for Lou.
Oh, I have to roll for Meepo. $16 for Meepo, 15 for Click.
Okay. 16, 15. What'd Levi get?
Levi would have ended up with you said it was +4, Laura?
Yeah.
Okay. He would have ended up with a 29 with a natural 20.
Okay.
Nice.
19 for Lou, 29 for Kat.
Okay. So, largely spurred on by Katya's falling back on your military training, you from behind them all encourage them on with almost like a cadence march.
There we go.
Yeah. And after it's someone like Levi, who is not very uh, physically strong or athletic, you feel like this is the fastest you've ever gone in your life for an extended period. Everyone is sweating profusely as you all uh, charge towards the gate. There's a pair of guards uh, who see you all jogging up. Uh, once you get in front of them, you all for those of you who rolled below 20, will say that you have to take a moment to breathe and catch your breath before you can answer their questions as you arrive safely at Daggerford without any conflict.
Okay. How is Daggerford now? Is it still?
Kat, you are actually recognized by one of the guards. He says, "Oh, Kat, it's been so long. How is?" Are
Yeah.
you okay? What are you running from?
1 second. I'm going to usher my friends into the gate, and I'm going to turn. Who is it, Logan?
It's Samuel.
All right.
You remember him as a human who he's never really left Daggerford. He's grown up in this town just like you, but uh, he is a little bit younger. He's only in his late 40s, so he would have been that little kid that would have hung around you because he thought you were interesting as a half elf.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But we're like, hey, Samuel, long time no see. Alert some other guards. We were being followed by some wolves. A good pack of them, one large and slightly concerning. I don't know if they'll follow us here, but I want to be prepared.
Okay. Do you think we should close the gate? It's like, is the threat immediate?
I'll keep an eye out. Keep it open. I know some people will still be out and about.
Okay. You better get inside, all of you. Wait. Who's the kobold?
He's with us.
Kobold is Meepo. Meepo is tired. Meepo want bed.
Meepo does deserve a bed at this point. He's had a long day.
Okay, just watch him. And I know Eric would do something like steal something off the guard's belt, but I'm not going to do that. As you all walk inside to the town of Daggerford, Kat, it has been some months since you've been back, and I forgot to describe this because of the wolf chase. The large encompassing graveyard is it was described to you in your father's letters, but it is still strange to see that almost a third of this town's population is now buried outside of it. You walk in, you notice that the manor house has burnt down. There's a lot of people you do not recognize here. Yeah. So what do you all do?
I look over to Kat and say, "This is your territory. Where did we go?
Wayne.
What time of the day is it, by the way?
It's late evening.
Logan, does my dad live in town?
He does.
Okay.
It's like that he farms land outside of the walls, but his actual home is inside.
Cool. And is it the Green Dragon that is the inn here?
Green Dragon is in Waterdeep. The Sleeping Bear is in
Sleeping Bear.
Waterford.
My bad. I'm trying to weigh. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us. I know.
That makes 6.
Who makes 6?
The meow.
Ah. Oh, is that your is that Strauss now?
To Strauss's new form.
That'd be perfect.
You said he became less muscular, if I remember.
That was Lou.
Oh, that was Lou.
Strauss is Levi's Falcon?
Owl.
Owl. So close.
That's right.
I keep picturing it as a falcon. I'm trying to decide if Dad has space for us, but we may as well just go to the Sleeping Bear.
You remember your house being like a modest 2-bedroom.
That's what I'm thinking.
There is a larger main area where they could sleep on the floor.
No, I think Katya has the money to cover whenever I can find where. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I should have the money to cover the Sleeping Bear.
Yeah. So you all head to the Sleeping Bear. It's well run. You get inside. Cat, there's the let's see, at this time of night, it's the a red-headed man with like almost kind of like a V-neck white shirt, and you can see his red chest hair and his red hairy arms. He's looking at his glass. He pops up. He's like, "Oh, Cat, you're back."
Who was this again?
You guys never officially got his name, so if you want, I'll let you name him.
Fred.
It's Fred.
Hey, Fred, you have any spare rooms tonight?
Yeah, it's how many you need?
Y'all good with
Meepo just want bed.
Yeah, I think Meepo's gonna crawl in the corner and
go ahead and give us 2.
All right, 2. That's for with breakfast. That's 2 gold pieces.
All right.
It's like, you want the evening meal too?
absolutely.
Yeah, go
All
ahead.
right. It's like I'll take a break in a minute, and I want to catch up with you, Cat. It's been so long.
I'm gonna ask you to hold that thought. Once I pay for this, I'm actually gonna go take back off for the gate just to keep an eye on things.
Something happened at the gate?
Something concerning brought us here, and I just want to keep an eye on things, you know?
Okay. Should I? It's like you see him reach below his the bar counter and like pull out like a club with some studs in it. It's like, do I need to bring this out? It's like, is it goblins?
It's not goblins.
Oh. He slowly starts to put it back.
Have you had a
Pulls
problem
it
with
back out.
goblins?
It's like, what is it then?
Maybe wolves. It should be fine with the gates.
Yeah, they can't climb. He puts the thing back down.
Fred, have you been having a goblin problem?
Oh, they've gotten bolder. Lots of things have been moving around more. It's like, you hear Succomber got overtaken by orcs?
We passed through there.
Oh, it's like, is it still covered in orcs?
No, they're good now.
Okay, good.
So, I'll go ahead. I mean, I don't. You guys are welcome to do what you want, but I'm okay leaving you here. I'm gonna take back off for the gates, and I tell Fred I'll catch back up. I'll catch up with him when I'm back later.
Okay. So, what does everybody else want to do while Kat takes off?
I'll go ahead and follow her.
Okay. Meepo goes straight upstairs.
Fair
I'll
enough.
help Meepo upstairs, and I'll just kind of stick around just in case.
It's like, it's fine. It's fine. I just need sleep. I'm so
Meepo comes back as vampire.
fucking tired.
If that's the
Okay.
case, Mike is going to get an earful.
Lou also heads to the gate. Let's tune into the gate. You see that when you guys arrive, the gates are now shut.
Okay.
And there's now a couple of guards, 6 total. You see one of them with a bow. He appears to be a bit younger individual. It's in his what? Sorry. It's like she's not shutting up. Where was I? I lost my train of thought.
Younger guard holding a bow.
Oh, younger guard holding a bow. You don't recognize him, Kat, but he does look familiar, similar to Samuel. As you approach the gate, Samuel turns around. It's like, we saw your wolves. It's there's a large group of them. It's like a big one in particular. It's like we closed the gates as a precaution, and
That was wise.
yeah.
Any chance?
Any chance?
I'm trying to see. Do simple weapons and martial weapons cover bows? I don't think they do. Do they?
Martial weapons would be a bow.
Yeah. Any chance you have some spare bows and arrows I can help with?
Check the bunkhouse right there. It's like he points to a tiny building against the wall. It's like you probably won't find much. It's as long as I don't think they can get over the wall, but if they do get any closer, Glennis will give them a warning shot again.
Yeah. Did he just refer to that person by name?
Yeah,
What was it?
Clintus.
Clintus. Okay. Thank you. I'm gonna duck down and grab a bow and some arrows.
Okay. It's not of greatest quality, run of the mill. Definitely seen some use, and it's the loner.
Okay. So just a simple longbow.
Simple longbow. Just a piece of warped wood with some string on it.
Cool.
What does everybody else do?
I mean, I'm still with Meepo.
Well, I don't need a bow, so I'm good.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
All right. I'm gonna stay on top and keep an eye on things with everybody.
All right, you get to the top of the wall. The guards, seeing more people come up, it's like they did have this aura of nervous energy about them, but everyone kind of knows you as the war vet, so they relax a little bit with you around.
Cool.
Way off in the distance, you can't really see them that well at all, even those with dark vision, because it only goes out so far. You can see basic shapes moving around. Plenty of them. Plenty of them, though.
Man.
And if people were to make a perception check,
Okay. One
she wants
second.
to be held is the problem, but she's got claws, so I don't want to hold her.
Gotta clip those claws. That's definitely cocked. I have a 10 for perception.
Was I supposed to roll as well?
People who wanted to.
Okay. Since I'm up on the wall, I got an 18.
You can see, because you do have dark vision, you can see at the very edge of about 600 feet like there's a glint in the dying light. You think you see an arrow, and the shapes are staying beyond that arrow.
All right.
I lean over to Lou and Levi and I whisper that I don't like that. Like, I mean, we've taken some turns and they've followed us here. It feels like it to me, at least.
Yeah, but do you think they're following us because of us killing that vampire, or just following us?
Because wolves?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because, how far away did you say they were?
They're staying beyond 600 feet.
Okay.
There's an arrow that you would deduce was launched by Clintus at the very edge of the range, and they are staying out of that.
Okay. So I could not fling an Eldritch Blast to it. So
They just know it's weird. It's like wolves don't normally know distance that
Yeah.
well.
but they pretty much stayed back.
Yeah.
Do we want to try and get closer?
That's what I'm debating, but I want to give it another. Are you okay waiting 20 minutes to see if anything happens?
Yeah.
Cool. We wait.
Okay. The light continues to die, and it gets harder and harder to see these creatures. Eventually, until the sun goes down, and then your vision is limited to your dark vision of 60 feet.
Awesome.
It's like the torches along the wall help you a little bit, but make a perception check, people on the wall.
19.
1 second. It's 21 for me. And then
Who hissed?
One of my two cats in the window is not a happy situation.
You cannot see them, but you do hear them.
Do they sound like they got closer?
You are maybe. It's hard to judge.
Okay.
You just know that they are definitely out there.
Just as a preparation, I'm going to cast light on the front of my shield,
Uh-huh.
but I'm going to set it in a way so it's not blinding everybody right now,
I get you.
so that I can grab it if need be and shine it out. So if I see one of them in my dark vision within about within like the 30, 40 feet range, I'm going to grab it, shine it out so that everybody without dark vision will be able to see.
Okay. There's a nervous energy that has crept back in as the sun has gone down.
How high up are the gates?
This gate is Daggerford's wall isn't necessarily that big. You'd say it's still impressive based on the defenses Succomber and other towns have had but only like 15 feet with a walkway behind
Okay.
it.
Cool. If I were on the ground in front of it, would you say that the walkway is within my field of vision?
In front of, like, if you were outside the wall,
Yeah.
if you were outside the wall, you could see people on top of it.
Okay. So if I were to say use Misty Step.
You could get up there.
Okay. That's what I wanted to know.
She's biting me again.
She's insistent. She wants you to pay attention to her.
They're just little love nips.
Yeah. See, she agrees.
Okay, so what is your plan?
Well, here's what I'm thinking. I don't know if Levi would want to come down with me or not. Levi's probably safer up on the wall. If Lou wanted to, Lou and I could go down, and Lou could stay within 5 feet of me, and we don't get too far from the wall. What I could do is Misty Step us back up should we need to.
You can Misty Step 2 people?
Oh, you know what? I might not be able to. Nope, that's just me.
Yep.
Lou says, nah, I ain't going down there.
All right.
I hate dogs.
And I'll tell you, I'll go down with you.
Well, so back up. Turns out I can't Misty Step other people, just myself. I mistook what I can do as cat. Yeah, what I can do is trim.
Oh.
That's okay, because I can Misty Step as well.
Ooh, look at us. The only thing I don't like is I never got any spells back.
No, you have not long rested.
Whew. I don't like these wolves, man. I don't know if we try and wait them out the night, but I don't know if I want to take those risks. So I will hand Lou the bow and arrows.
He looks at them curiously.
I don't know if he can use those.
Let me check. Yes.
She says he can definitely use bows.
Where's the sheet? He sent it to me a long time ago. It's like, I prefer my javelins. I'm more comfortable with those. But I guess I can use a bow.
Well, I guess just keep it on you in case the javelins run out.
A warm breeze from the ocean blows across the land.
Well, Logan, that's my plan. Because these wolves are making me real nervous, and I regret bringing them home with me.
Yeah, stop it. She's biting my hand now.
Oh boy.
Barbarians can use simple and martial weapons. Yeah, he can shoot a bow.
Cool.
Okay. So you guys hop down.
What do you say, Levi? Do we hop down?
Sure. If you think the people on the wall can, or are you talking hop down and get closer?
Hop down and get closer.
Sure, let's do it.
All right.
It may just be the all day run, says Lou, but I think, can wolves climb?
I turned to look at him. Why?
It's like if they're outside the wall, we should be fine, right? They're not going to jump up here, right?
You know that. I mean, they shouldn't be able to climb.
Wolves? I don't think dogs can.
No, I mean, Lou, you're right. Logan, is this a DMU hinting like don't just go and attack the 15 wolves by your lonesome?
Is it?
Maybe.
Well,
Make a nature check, everybody.
Everybody that's there, or everybody?
Ooh,
Everybody that's there.
nat 20.
You know wolves can't climb.
I'm at a
And they-
17, so.
And
You
should
also
I be
know-
worried at all about these wolves climbing?
You don't think that they'll climb over the wall. And you know that there's guards watching.
Okay.
I mean, I think we're pretty safe, but you know.
I'll look at them and say, if we want to get tonight's rest, I mean, I've paid for the rooms. We
Yeah.
can come and check on things in the morning.
Yeah, why don't we do that? And if anything happens, I'm sure they're gonna create an alarm.
Yeah, I will let Clintus and Samuel know that we are staying at the Sleeping Bear and to feel free to send somebody for us.
Oh, don't worry. We'll wake up the whole town.
I'm sure you will. But seriously, grab me if you need me.
Clintus gives like an earnest, mm-hmm.
Cool. I guess we'll head back to the Sleeping Bear.
Okay, you head back there. Word travels very, very quickly in this town, and there are people making hushed discussions. It's like it's so weird. It's like a big wolf pack out this close to the city. It's like, do you think they're just moving on, or what? You know, we should be fine though.
Got me real nervous, Logan.
It's like Click, would you have stayed in the room, or would you have been down in the lobby area waiting for them to come back?
I think I would have been in the lobby area.
Okay. As they all walk in, you see Fred. He has brought out a big plate of meat. It looks like cuts of venison, and he brings it to a table before heading back into the back. There's this discussion and nervous energy in the room as you guys enter. Everyone turns to look at you, of course, and like almost a bit apprehensive, because they know, as again this word travels fast, is that Katya is back and she was at the wall, so almost expecting an answer.
Great. Katya kind of clears her throat. How is my charisma? Do I have good? I do have good charisma. Like, folks, nothing to worry about right now. We do have a pack of wolves outside the walls, but as we all know, that's what our walls are for. Our gates are closed. The guards are keeping an eye on everything, and I am at hand.
All right, make a persuasion roll at advantage.
All right. 17 plus 4, 21.
There's almost, you feel the tension, which could have been cut with a knife at first, immediately dissipate in the room, and everyone's just like, yeah, this. Some people start to order more drinks. You know, it's like, oh, okay, nothing to worry about, nothing to be sharp over. It's like, let's get back to our drinks. People offer to buy you a few if you want them, Cat. And Click comes up to you.
I will take 1 drink.
Okay, it's a very familiar ale. You know that the local brewer, Marilyn, has been making it for years.
Cool. And we update Click about the wolf situation.
Well, if I can be of any assistance, feel free to let me know. And definitely, if things start happening in the middle of the night and you get called, please alert me. And I'll do my best to kind of keep people okay if anybody gets hurt.
Thank you. I'm hoping we can rest tonight. We've had a long day. If they're still there in the morning and they're still eyeing up the town, I might go out to deal with them.
Yeah, understandable.
Not that I want to. Well, dealing with them does not mean kill them. But
Are there any things that wolves are afraid of that maybe we can use to kind of keep them away from the town?
dragons? I don't know.
Dragons don't exist.
Yeah, they do, says Lou. It's like, I knew, like, my granddad. No, that's not his voice at all.
That sounded like very much like, I think, Beavis and Butthead. Like, yeah. Shut up, Beavis.
Click, I'm going to be real. I didn't think a bird person existed. But here we are.
I mean, I don't even know if I count as a bird person, because I guess that'd be a cross between a bird and a human. And I haven't seen any birds large enough here yet that a human could mate with. And even then, that would be kind of weird. Because I don't think humans lay eggs.
I didn't think that far. Now I'm thinking too much.
Lou chimes in, you're definitely a person. You know, it's like, I wouldn't eat you unless, like, I had to.
That's nice, Lou.
Appreciated. And if we ever end up getting stranded on an island, I will make sure to make lots of magical food.
There we go.
We don't run into that issue.
Oh yeah, I forgot you could do that. I hope I get to do that soon. That'd be super useful.
I'm sure it would be. And if you were able to do it, it would definitely free me up. So this way I could have other things prepared.
There we go.
You see Lou walk over to the bar, pay for a drink, walk back, and then use Mage Hand to pull it to him.
Now, see, that one I can't do.
I don't know if I can do that.
I think it's a wizard warlock spell.
And also, yeah, I think you're right, because I know that arcane trickster rogues can get it.
Hearted.
Well, you all have seen a lot of what my stuff can do. I'm more geared around the healing and helping aspect. Though every now and then I think I'm okay in battle as far as, like, causing some damage. Not really my go-to. Quite honestly, this was quite an accident, actually. I didn't start off knowing magic stuff.
Oh.
Me neither, says Lou.
I didn't either. it's been through my God that I've been able to.
Yeah, I think Sirenetta actually blessed me because when I came here, I didn't know magic. All I knew was how to fight with the mace, and even then, it was just very basic. Um, but when I got here, I started praying more, and one day I woke up and she gave me a dream in the middle of the night and told me to say some phrases and move my hands in certain ways, and
Alright.
I learned how to. And it was at that point that I actually learned how to heal my broken leg.
Oh wow.
You had a broken leg?
Yeah, a long time ago. I kind of fell really hard.
Ah. Lou stretches, almost cat-like, putting his arms forward and stretching his fingers out. It's like, well, it's late for me, so I'm gonna go to bed.
You know what? I think I'll do the same. And I left Meepo, and he was pretty much out. So I imagine he's sound asleep at this point.
Meepo just passed out.
Yeah.
Alright. So I guess we'll all find our beds.
Okay.
Yep. Lou and Levi split a room. Click and Meepo get a room. It's like the bartender brought you the evening meal. It was cuts of a deer with a bit of baked bread and some ale to wash it down with.
Any vegetarian options?
I forgot that you were that word.
I mean, if there's just some bread and cheese, I'll eat some bread and cheese.
Yeah, we got bread and cheese. Yeah, hold on, I'll get it. I also have some. We just got some root vegetables in. He's like, you filling up for some carrots.
That sounds awesome.
All right, carrots, cheese, and bread.
Perfect.
Crunchy. It's like he goes into the back and he comes out. It's like he didn't put a lot of care into this one. Like the carrot is beyond being washed. There's nothing seasoned on it. Cheese and like the bread is good though. It's got a firm crust.
There we go.
Yeah. And a cup of ale to wash it down.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay. So everyone takes a long rest. Where does Kat go? Is she gonna get a room?
Actually, when I see everybody upstairs to their beds, I'll go ahead and walk home and see Dad.
Okay. So, Kat, you walk to this familiar part of town, noticing that a lot of the buildings that used to have people that you practically grew up with are now empty. It's late evening, so you don't see any children running in the street, and it's eerily quiet. There's hooded lanterns and windows that are occasionally being snuffed by as you walk on. Close to the wall on one side is a very familiar home, built well of stone and lumber, and there's a gentle rising of smoke from the chimney.
All right. I'll go ahead and rap on the door.
It takes a few moments before you hear footsteps across the floor, and you open up. You see a man in his late 70s, human. He's got a sun-baked, weathered face. He holds himself up with a decent posture, and looking at him, he's no longer has that strength of youth, but a long life of hard work has made him sinewy and strong, despite his age. he the strangest thing about him is he's wearing uh, thick spectacles that weren't there the last time you visited.
Oh, all right.
Cat,
Hey, Dad. I know it's late.
he moves forth and gives you a big hug,
Welcome
And-
back.
and I think that's a good point to end our session.
Nice.
I'm okay with that.
Does this mean I'm gonna need glasses, Logan?
Huh?
Does this mean I'm gonna need glasses?
Maybe when you get into your 130s. Or maybe you take after your mom. You don't know yet.
That's so fair. That's so fair.
Yeah. I hope everybody is having fun legitimately. It's like it's so much fun and it's so much anxiety every time we do a session.
Yeah,
Huh?
definitely enjoying it.
Yeah. I like the suspense of the wolves right now. You've definitely got me nervous, I gotta say.
Is that what happened?
I've got a purring kitten on my neck and I don't want to move because I don't want to like it to
Aw.
claw my neck as it drops.
As the death knives come out.
So you can't record next week, right?
Here, let me stop this here real quick.
Okay.
So good